Hi there YouTube friends, Kalos Arisate, and welcome back to Mom's Greek Kitchen, the channel where I teach you my mom's Greek recipes in her memory. Today we're making another soup. We're making a variation of avgolemono. Avgolemono normally is the method of making the soup out of a beef stock or a meat stock and then adding your rice or hilopites or pasta or whatever and finishing it off with the avgolemono. So we normally would say like chicken avgolemono or beef avgolemono. But this one is more focused on the meat part or the protein part, and those are called Youvarelakia. Alright, it's a long word. Youvarelakia, and it means little barrels. Avareli is a barrel, and Youvarelakia are little barrels, I guess. We make sort of little, what do we call them? Little oblong meatballs, sort of little squat sausages sort of thing. And in my case, Mom's case, I don't think she ever made it with anything other than beef, ground beef. And we have rice to add a starch. And we have onions and green onions, and Mom flavored hers with dill and salt and pepper. And of course the lemon juice and the avgolemono, the way we normally finish our avgolemono soup. So I'm going to get my ingredients together and we will make Youvarelakia avgolemono together. See you in a minute. Bye. Alright, so in my bowl here I have some ground beef. I had about a pound of regular ground. I wanted a little bit more and I had some leftover lean, or actually I think this one's extra lean. So I've got about a pound and a half, 2 pounds, about a kilogram for those of us who use metric. And I'm going to start adding the rest of my ingredients. So here I have a large onion, finely chopped. I've got about 2, 3, 4 green onions, depending on how big they are. Finely chopped, sliced. I've got a cup of rice. Now Mom used to use just regular rice. I didn't have any, so this is converted rice, and that's a cup. And I've got my dill. This is about a good 2, 3 stalks of dill. Finely minced, maybe about a tablespoon or so, maybe a bit more. We're going to add some salt and some pepper. And we're going to mix this together, and then we're going to add an egg to help bind it. Cut that fine enough. Alright. You want a very nice even mixture. Now, Mom made this on occasion. It's one of my favorite soups from my childhood. Mom would also make this when she made yamista, which are the stuffed bell peppers or tomatoes or other vegetables. And if she had leftover filling, she would make Youvarelakia. Now, you're welcome to do that as well. The only problem is that I didn't do a very good job with my onion. Those meatballs tend to fall apart because of the vegetable matter in them. So the soup isn't quite as pretty, but it's just as tasty. So we're just going to keep mixing. And we got that pretty good. Now we're going to add an egg or 2, depending on what it needs. I think 1 egg will be enough for us, as long as it holds together but is not too loose, because these are going to be boiled, and if they're too loose to start, they'll fall apart. They're going directly into boiling water, so they need to hold together. Alright, so we're going to grab a handful, make a large size meatball, so something about that size, and then we're going to turn them into little barrels. So something that looks like that. Alright, so I'm going to continue making them, and I will be back when we are ready for the next step. Okie doke, see you soon. Alright, we're back for the next step. So as you can see, I made my Youvarelakia. I got quite a few of them. Our next step is to roll them in flour and then put them into some boiling water. So I've got my water here boiling along. I'm going to add some salt to it so it's not so the stock isn't bland. And I'm just going to roll each one in flour, pat off the extra, and drop it into our boiling water. So the flour helps to slightly thicken the stock, as well as to keep them from falling apart too much. So this is just plain flour. It hasn't been seasoned or anything. Keep your stove on high for the water. You want to bring it back to the boil as quickly as possible. But this many Youvarelakia will of course stop it from boiling. Alright, that's our last one. I'm going to now wait for the soup to get to a boil, and then we're going to reduce it to a low simmer, and we're going to cook them until the rice is tender and they're cooked all the way through, and I'll be back to show you the next step. You want to treat them very gently. You don't want them breaking apart. And then once they come back to the boil, they probably won't stick on the bottom. There'll be enough movement, but until then, give them a little nudge here and there so they don't stick. And once it comes to the boil, you can skim the foam from the top. Alright, so I'm going to skim the foam, I'm going to reduce the temperature, and I'm going to let them cook, and I'll be back to tell you how long that took. Alright, I'll see you when they are ready for the next step. Alright, we're back. Our soup is done, or our meatballs are done, our little Youvarelakia, our little barrels. They're tender. It took about 45 minutes. I have tasted one to see if it was done all the way to the middle. It is. So our next step is to make the avgolemono. Right, so in our bowl here we have 2 egg whites. I've got the egg yolks in another bowl, and I have a lemon that I have squeezed and is sitting on the side here for our next step. You do not want your soup to be boiling, but you do want it to be hot when we do this step. So excuse the noise, but here we go. Alright, we're at stiff peaks, as you can see, And now we're going to add in the egg yolks and a little bit of the lemon juice. You don't want to put too much lemon juice in this mixture because it gets mixed into the soup. You can always adjust how much each person likes, how much lemon they want in their soup, how tangy they like it. Dad and I always liked it tangier than my mom, my brother, and my sister. So you adjust that at the table. So I put in about a tablespoon or two of the lemon juice. And now while I'm beating, I'm going to add the hot broth slowly to temper the egg mixture. Alright, our avgolemono is done. I'm going to switch the camera over to the soup side. There we are. And now we're just going to basically just stir this in gently. Again, not you don't want to put this in all quickly. You want to slowly put it in and slowly stir it around, trying not to break your Youvarelakia. And there is our nice big pot of avgolemono Youvarelakia, or Youvarelakia avgolemono actually. Youvarelakia would come first. Alright, and that's pretty much done. Now all I have to do is serve it up. Nice crusty bread, and any sort of condiments like olives or cheese or anything like that you'd like. So I'll be back with a bowl full and a taste test, and I will see you in a minute. And here we are with our portion of Youvarelakia avgolemono. 3 is a good size for the size we made. As you can see, they're quite tender. And there's the nice soup below. They're done all the way through. It's probably going to be searing hot, so I will be careful. That hits the spot. It's been a while since we made this. It actually could use a bit. For me, it would need more dill and more lemon, but my husband does not care for dill all that much, or lemon. So for him, it's probably going to be perfect. For me, it needs a bit more. But that's up to you. You can add as much or as little dill as you like. Other people use parsley, so that is another option for you. But Mom always used dill. So this is Youvarelakia, or Youvarelakia avgolemono, whichever way you want to say it. It's a wonderful comfort soup. It's got a nice tang. It's got a great flavor. It's not common in Greek food, this flavor. We only really use dill in only a few things, but in this it's one of my favorites. So I hope you try it. I hope you enjoy it. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let your friends know. And I'll see you next time on Mom's Greek Kitchen. Have a good day. Bye-bye.